Hello, I'm Varadarajan Ananthakrishnan, OSINT online verification trainer from Data Leads India. We are here to know more about photo and video verification. We are going to look at some tools and approaches today in this session. So, what are we going to see today in this session? We are going to see how to verify images. Using a technique called reverse image search, you can tell if an image is old, if it appeared earlier on the web. You can also say in what context an image was earlier used. We'll also be looking at video verification tools, visual tools for further perspective. Undoubtedly, we are living in troubled times with the COVID pandemic doesn't look like going away anytime soon. But what is also happening is along with the pandemic, we are faced with an infodemic of misinformation of all kinds and hues and shapes, which is misleading a large part of the consumers of this misinformation. Like I just said, this is the biggest health crisis of our lives. So we are, while we battle the pandemic at different levels, we are also battling as health workers, as information people from the information space. We are also facing a crisis in terms of battling the infodemic, the misinformation which is emanating all through social media, and that seems to be the biggest challenge for all of us. Although the pandemic has been there now for more than a year now, we still see social media posts rise with claims that each of them claims to know easy, quick fixes to ward off the virus, simple homegrown remedies to cure the infection, behavior of the virus, conspiracy theories about the virus, treatment plans for those infected, misinformation about the vaccines. So clearly, everybody in the world has something or the other which they claim to know and which they want to tell the world that they are true and they want you to buy into that misinformation. So what do we do in this thing? So here are types of misinformation. How can misinformation be miscommunicated? Misrepresentation, showing a same image but in a different light. Misleading, showing a fact but with a different spin. Wrong context, again, showing any information in a different, plucked out of a context and shown in a different context. Factually incorrect, things which are not correct, which are no basis. Manipulated content, images which are digitally altered, images that are digitally altered to suit a different story or a narrative. Again, unscientific claims and absolutely outright lies. These are the kind of misinformation you see trending on social media, which we need to be guarding against. And as health journalists, as health workers, try to stop it in tracks. As a first step, let's verify images. Why images? This is my favorite picture. Pictures can say 1,000 words provided they are true. This is what fact checkers of the world are saying. Look at this image. This is so self-explanatory. This is my go-to image when I want to talk about how images can actually say 1,000 words. So let's look at a technique called a reverse image search. How does reverse image search help? Well, you can see if an image was previously present on the net, is an image being repurposed with a new spin? Has an image been manipulated to suit a new story? Is an image being presented with a different context? Is the image being genuinely from the source it claims to be? Is that so? So all of these questions can be answered by reverse image search. As a start for investigating images that don't seem alright to you, you have to download a Chrome extension called InVid. As a first step, go to your Google Chrome browser and say you want to download the InVid Chrome extension. For that, you need to just say InVid Google Chrome extension in your search bar and look at the first result which pops up, which says Fake News Debunker by InVid and Verify. You click on that link and then say Add to Chrome. And when you say Add to Chrome, this Chrome extension gets added to your Chrome browser, which makes your life lot easier when you're trying to verify an image or a video. We'll see later in the session. Now, how to verify images? There are a number of ways you can do that. First is Google. Images.google.com is your first option to verify images on the net using reverse image search. Yandex and another image search engine, you can use exactly the way you use the Google image search. You can use the Yandex search image as well. This is a part of the inbuilt extension Revive. It's a reverse image search extension. It's available as a part of the inbuilt Chrome extension. There's also tineye.com which also helps you to do exactly the same reverse image search. So you have a number of options because a lot many times you might not get the same required result in one search. You can go to the next available option as we will see in this session. So let's look at how can images deceive. First, they could be presented out of context. Let's look at an example. Now, is this a picture of an upcoming COVID facility in India's largest state of Uttar Pradesh? Now, India is in the midst of an unprecedented second wave of the COVID pandemic, as the world knows. A post was shared on Facebook claiming that this facility with 1,500 beds is coming up in Lucknow in the state of Uttar Pradesh for patients of this disease. Now, let us look whether it is correct or not. For that, we'll have to go to the Chrome. Here we have the Chrome browser, and all you need to do is go to images.google.com. Here at the end of the search bar, you can see this camera icon. Please click on that. You'll get two options: paste image URL. You can put in the URL of the image you want to investigate, or you can save that image on your local computer and say upload an image. I always, as a practice, do that. I download an image on my system and then investigate that. So I say choose file. Here are the results. You don't see the exact same image in the image search, but you have to be diligent and go down. And here the second result you see is Delhi coronavirus, threefold rise in COVID bed effort on etc. etc. Now you can see the same image in the results, and then you click on this to see investigate whether the same image is appearing there too. When I go to the link, I get the exact same image what we're trying to investigate, and this is a place in a school hall in New Delhi, which is the capital of India. So this clearly says that the post which was shared on Facebook doesn't belong to another state, but it belongs to a place in Delhi and not Lucknow. This image is not from Lucknow, but from Delhi. They could be posts aimed at creating panic. Now, in times of a pandemic, this is the most overarching ideology, overarching narrative that people do: create panic. Because there are miscreants, there are elements amongst people who use social media who just want to create panic. Now, let's look at an example. Did Moderna's COVID vaccine cause monsterism? Now, please read this. It says Moderna's COVID vaccination, which the FDA approved on 18 December, may cause recipients to experience an extremely rare but potentially lethal side effect called monsterism, a degenerative disease that ravages the victim with physical and mental deformities. Now, if you are somebody who are vaccine hesitant, you are thinking of whether to take the vaccine or not, you would clearly buy into this kind of theory, and you'll probably look at the image and say, you'll be scared, you'll start panicking, and you will probably believe that without understanding whether it is true or not. Now let us look at whether this is true or not. What do? We go back to Google Images. We go back to Google Images and then use the same thing again. You click on the camera icon and upload an image. Choose a file. So the results you're getting is wants hair design, which is not what you're looking for. So you go down, you be diligent. Do you find those image in your grid? You do. So you keep going. Remember, you have to be diligent. You have to find out whether you find the actual image in some other context or not. So far, no, we've not got anything. All of these posts are in the um, in the 2021 range, at least most of them. So you go to the next page to see everything. If you find anything which can alert you, okay, this is not a language we understand, but we keep going ahead, going at this, and here, what do we find here? Although we are not going to go to this post, this is an alien language to me as well as most of you. We don't understand this language. But what is the giveaway? Here, the date is of 15th April 2015. Now, this is a flag that you should understand that this post doesn't belong to the COVID era or maybe doesn't have anything to do with the vaccine. But our job doesn't end here. We need to go to the actual source of this image. So what do we do? Google Images search hasn't given us a right result. So the next thing we go is go to Yandex. Yandex is exactly um, similar kind of search engine that also has a search bar and at the end of it camera icon. Click on that. You select a file and you upload that same picture. Fortunately for us, Yandex has given us images which we can browse. So let's start from this. Let's look at the images at the bottom and see what is this thing. Let's look at the third result. Now, here it is. It says alcohol-related massive eyelid swelling case report, and on top, you can see it is a 2007 study. At least the date of this document says it's 2007. So it is clearly this image doesn't belong to either the Moderna vaccine or the COVID era, but it is belonging to a 2007 post. Now, let us do a text search. Our job still doesn't end here. Let's do a text search and figure out where it is from. We'll do the exact same alcohol-related massive eyelid swelling. We'll do a text search. The first one you see here is a report. So let's go to that report and see if this is what we are looking for. Right in the second page, you can see our image here. Here is the image. Please read the caption below the image. It says conspicuous orofacial swelling with an intense enlargement and total closure of the eyelids. And look at the date. It says 2007. So this is clearly nothing to do with uh, COVID vaccine or the Moderna vaccine and demonstratism. This image has been repurposed, taken out of context, and presented to create panic. So we know the person in the picture has actually alcohol-related eyelid swelling, and it's nothing to do with the COVID vaccine. So let's look at another example. They can be repurposed to suit a new narrative. Now, is this a picture of a woman with an oxygen cylinder during the pandemic in India? Now, many of you might know that India is in the midst of state regional elections. This image was shared with a caption that sought to discredit India's ruling party and the Prime Minister by saying, "This is happening in your country. This is how the country should be." Okay, this woman was shown with an oxygen cylinder sitting on the road. Now, what is the truth of this image? We need to figure out. Let's go back to images again. Again, we select upload image, we choose the file, and then we pick that image. Here you already see debunked articles of that thing, but we have to get to the truth. So we are not going into the debunked articles, we are going into the actual source of that. So let's go to another search engine for Yandex. Again, do the same thing, select a file, here you see the exact same image, and then you can browse the results below the photograph. Here I see man carrying oxygen cylinder on shoulder for his mother in Agra. Agra is a place in the state of Uttar Pradesh in India. Now let's look at this thing. So it's Hindi link. So for the benefit of our people, I'll translate it into English. Agra, son waiting for ambulance with oxygen cylinder loaded on the shoulder. Now, this is the same lady and it's the same image. Now, the thing to look at is this is a picture belonging to April 7, 2018, and there's nothing to do with the current second wave of pandemic in the country and the official apathy and all that, which that particular post tended to propagate. So we've seen that this is not the case. So in reality, this is a 2018 pic of a woman in the state of Uttar Pradesh, India. Now these are images. Sometimes you get text-based posts that are misleading, and the only way you can debunk them is to do a text search to figure out whether they're right or not. For example, somebody has used a CDC template of the kind of post they put out on their website and said, fact, refusing to take the vaccine is a form of racism since it harms people of color. Now, did the CDC say that vaccines harm people of color? Okay. Now, clearly, this looks believable because it is in the form and shape you would expect from CDC. But how do you debunk this? Simply go to cdc.gov website and look for this kind of post. If you look for that, you'll realize that nothing of that sort was ever posted on CDC. CDC actually never put up this post. This is a simple text search you have to do. You go to Google Chrome and put this text and see if CDC has actually said that. You'll come to know that they have. Let me give you one more example. Did a Kansas City hospital recommend alcohol consumption as a cure for coronavirus? Now please read the post. It says St. Luke's Hospital, Kansas City, says to whom it may concern. After extensive research, our findings show that consuming alcoholic beverages may help reduce the risk of infection by the novel coronavirus COVID-19. Vodka is the most recommended for drinking, cleaning, and sanitizing. Now, clearly, all you need to do is go to the text search and see what are the truth. So I'm here doing Kansas City, St. Luke. Alcohol for corona. Now you immediately run into fact check articles that have slayed the hoax. It said it is not true. Okay. They haven't said anything like that, saying, look, hospital notice advising it's a false claim. So if you read any of these links, you will come to know that in this particular post was fake. Uh, this particular post was misinformation, and that the hospital never put out such thing. So St. Luke's Hospital did not put out this release recommending alcohol for coronavirus infection. So you've seen four types of misinformation that can happen with images and which can be misleading. So this is how we try and investigate and debunk those images. Now the other part is a video. Let's verify a video now. Now why is video verification important? Because they are consumed, believed and trusted easily. They create instant panic and chaos. They can go quickly viral and cause harm. They can be smartly edited solely to spread misinformation. They can be repurposed with new narratives. This is why a video can probably cause more harm than an image, because it looks very believable and it can be consumed easily and trusted. Now, it's a verification plugin for both images and videos, and it's an extraordinarily versatile plugin. So I would recommend installing the inbuilt plugin in your Chrome browser before you start looking up an image or a video on the net. It's a web-based application. It has advanced video verification tools as well. It has enhanced metadata viewer of YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter videos. It gives you contextual information such as location, comments, license rights, etc. It can give you still frames from the videos, and then you can apply a reverse image search using Google, Yandex, or Baidu, another search engine. It also has useful features like magnifier, Twitter advanced search, and image verification assistant. So this was about InVid and why you should be using it. So let's look at the video. Is this a video of the funeral of COVID's victims in Iran? Because this video was shared with an accompanying text. It said, "This is in Iran. Still want to hit the streets unnecessarily? Make a choice." This was clearly aimed at creating panic. And let's look at the video. This shows a series of bodies being carried in a carriage, a mass funeral. So how do we investigate this video? Now, as you can see, this is my browser, and at the end of the search bar, you can see the word InVid here on top right. So you click on InVid and you open InVid. Select keyframes because that's what you want. You want to break down the video into keyframes that you can do a reverse image search on. I have this video on my local disk, so you can either insert a URL which you find on the net, or you can download it and search it from your local disk. So this is a local file. I'm uploading this file. This is the video. You say submit. Here are the keyframes. What InVid has done is break down the video into keyframes, which now we can use it as images and do a reverse image search on. Now, when you look at the keyframes that are available to you, you have to choose a distinctive image that can give you good results. So let's go down and see what these are looking very monochrome and very busy. So we need to figure out something interesting. For example, this got different colors in the bodies. It's blue, it's green, and stuff. So let's go and do. This is what you'll get: fake news debunker, but InVid verified. And you can let's first select Google reverse image search. Google reverse image search is not giving me the kind of results I'm looking for, because none of these images in the grid is suiting the video we're trying to investigate. So let's look at the next best. Yandex. No, now let's look at the next best. We can use the same thing and go to Yandex. Now Yandex is giving us far more results for this video. So let's go down and see. Before clicking on the image grid on the right, let's look at the image results which are coming beneath the image. So the first few are languages I don't understand. So let me look at the first thing. Now there's a first this thing. It says Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters of something. Islam, the way to humanity. Now I'm kind of interested in this link because it says it talks about Islam and the way of humanity, and it has this exact same image. So let's click on this link and see what the truth is. So here it is. The video is the same, and the post belongs to August 19, 2019, much before COVID happened in the world. It says 34 Hajj pilgrims died during Hajj 2019, somewhere from Bangladesh and from Nigeria and all that. So this is the funeral. This is the funeral. This is the funeral of the Hajj victims in 2019, and this has nothing to do with coronavirus or the victims of coronavirus. And this happened in Saudi Arabia, and not Iran. So this post. So he did this. We went to Inbit. We got the keyframes of this video, and this is how we debunked. We got a grid. We investigated that, and when we reached a Facebook post, but this is a YouTube video. Both the same. It talks about the deaths during the Hajj in 2019. So in reality, this video is from the deaths during Hajj in Saudi Arabia in 2019, before COVID-19 happened. So you see this how videos are repurposed with a new narrative, just as an ulterior motive of creating panic. While verifying a video or a photograph, this is what you have to look for in the video or the image. These are some clues. When you look at comments on social media, chances are there's always a person who's called out that post, calling it misinformation, calling it misleading. So you can look at those posts, and that's your first flag for understanding whether the post is correct or not. When you're doing, always look for credentials. Always look at, when you're doing a investigation in a post, you can look at the credentials of the doctor or the hospital who are associated with the post, and see if they or he or she has said that what is being claimed in the post. You can also look at buildings and landmarks of a page to see whether it's exactly the same page that is being claimed in the post or something different. Vehicle registration plates usually give you a quick idea of which geography it's located in. Clothing and language also gives you an idea of the region the post is talking about, or whether what the post is claiming is true or not. Always do a source check if you're looking at text-based posts. If you're looking at health advisories, guidelines, etc., please go to the name that's being mentioned in the post and do a fact check on whether that is correct or not. You can also look at flags, logo, emblems, etc., which can denote a particular group or a region. If a post is claiming certain part of the time of the day or the year, you can pay attention to the weather in that image, and then you can cross-verify it from weather sites. Also look for signage, text or a sign, post, banners, and billboards to help you find the location. And when you do that, you can also probably end up finding the business phone numbers, which can lead to physical addresses. So this is a few ways of clues to watch out for in a photograph or video when you're trying to investigate a post. Summing up, there is no single rule which can help you verify a video. As we just saw, you can go from one search reverse search image to the other, and you can use various brands, and you can do a top up on search engine text search as well to get to the right code. Video verification is all about observing and listening for clues. Always observe and listen for clues, and you will not go wrong at all. Often reverse image search will not yield the results as we just saw in the examples, and that's when a pertinent keyword search is applied. Always feel free to use your search engines generously. And if nothing works, then please find the primary source and contact him or her to know where it is coming from. And remember the thumb rule, always verify, verify, verify. I hope this was a good session for you to understand image and video verification. Thank you for attending the session. Goodbye.